All right, good morning, everyone. Can you guys all hear me? Mrs. Holmes, Mrs. Faulkner, and Mrs. Mullen.
Mrs. Mullen, yes.
Okay, awesome. All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, here's your scoreboard for today. It looks like Ravenclaw had a big day on Tuesday, and they won a lot of those big 45-second summary challenges. We still have about a week and a half left, so if you guys work really hard and Ravenclaw stumbles along the way, there is still hope for all houses. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's get right into today's assignment. Directions should be pretty short. It says, I have truly enjoyed reading Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets with you. Next week, we will watch the movie and finish this unit with a small group mini project comparing and contrasting the book with the movie. Today, we will be working on our last vocabulary model. Now, my original plan is to present them tomorrow, but I don't know if that's going to be in the works right now because of the STAR testing. So, maybe I'll have to talk with the other teachers and figure out if there's time in the day where we could share our Frere models before we hang them up. Because ultimately, that's my desire, is to have you guys share them with groups of your peers and then put them on display. So after I have an opportunity to chat with the rest of the 6th grade teachers, we'll figure out if there's time in our schedule tomorrow to just share the models. I know it's a big day. We've got STAR testing for math and ELA, and we have some special time to get outdoors and enjoy this weather for those students that are all caught up on their work. So we'll figure out the schedule, and we'll try to find a time to present them. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, right now, write down your homework if you've not already written down your homework. My homeroom, hopefully you guys all did this during homeroom. All right, when I asked you guys to write down your math homework as well. So tonight's homework is this. Today, finish any past due assignments and your Frere vocabulary model. If you do not finish it in class today, you do need to finish it for homework. And you will have to bring it in and hand it in tomorrow. All right, so let's just jump right in. Directions will be quick today, and since this is our 3rd time doing it, this should all be review for you guys. Directions. Simply remember, you guys are trying to find a fun, interesting, new, or challenging word. We've been underlining them all along the way. For this last model, I want you to look for these chapters, between chapters 14 and 18. These are the chapters that you guys should be finding your word in. Hold off on doing it right now, my homeroom. Close your books for a second. All right, once you have found your word, you will come up, you will sign up for your word on the chart paper, and we will include your name, your word, and the page number. Yesenia and Jolene, why don't you guys sign up with me? I originally had you guys signing up with your homeroom teachers, but Yesenia and Jolene, I will have you guys pick a word with me online, and then you guys can let me know what word you're going to be working on. Does that sound good, Jolene and Yesenia?
Yes.
Okay, awesome. So, and you guys know, once a word is taken, it may not be used again by any other student in that classroom. All right, I'm not going to go over the 6 sections. You guys know what the sections are. The hallway is filled with great examples of Frere models. The directions are all here for you guys as well. I don't want to waste your time going over all the directions. I just simply want to remind you to the word central. All right, that is right here in the directions, or it can be found under the links tab right here, word central. That is the dictionary where I want you to start. Okay, this is the one where you can use the dictionary and thesaurus. So as I'm coming around, I don't want to see you guys just typing your word in a Google search. I want to see you using an online dictionary. All right, the one that I provided is preferable. The only time you would go away from using Word Central, Parker, is if for some reason your word was not on Word Central. We would look at other sources available to you to find the definition, okay? All right, so the last thing before you guys get going, tips, okay, to do your best and to make your models look as best they can. Number one, Write big and bold and fill the space. So teachers, as you're going around, tell the kids no small writing. As they look at the lockers, I want to be able to see those words if I'm standing on the other side of the hallway and I can look, and your words are all big and bold. They're not written really tiny. Remember, ideally, you want to go over these in colored pencil or in a fine-tipped pen or a fine-tipped marker to really make those words stand out. So write big and bold. Fill the space. If your space is not filled, erase, go back, and write bigger. I've got plenty of extra templates for you guys to use. So if you make a mistake, no big deal. Come up, get a new template, and you guys can start a new one. Okay. Number 2, make sure everything is spelled correctly. 3, write using bold, dark colors. Remember, the writing should pop off the page. And then you guys color and decorate using lighter colors or light shading. Okay, your coloring shouldn't be darker than your writing. Say, if you've gone and written in pencil and then you color over it in blue, can we see the pencil? No, we can't. Be aware of time and work diligently. You will only have today in class. Okay, try not to just copy the definition from the dictionary. Okay, the dictionary, when it's giving you guys the definition, sometimes it's using words that you don't yourself understand or know. You really want to be able to explain your word. So you could always write the dictionary definition and then add your own explanation and your understanding of the word. When you're writing the definition, it doesn't just mean blindly copy down what the dictionary says. Again, many words can be used as a verb and a noun, or a noun and an adjective, okay, depending on how they're used. Words have multiple functions. So when you're looking up your word, you need to make sure that if the book is using it as an adjective, you're looking up the definition of that word when it's used as an adjective. So again, you have to think about the word that you pick and first understand, even before you start looking it up. Is J.K. Rowling using this word as a noun, a verb, or an adjective? Because that's going to help guide you when it comes to picking which definition you guys are writing on your Frayer models. Be sure to include the part of speech, which is what I was just talking about. A lot of you lost 5 points on your second Frayer model because you didn't tell me whether or not your word was a noun, a verb, an adjective, or an adverb. That's important. All right, and the last tip is you might want to complete the model in pencil first and then go over your work in pen, markers, or colored pencil. All right, from the other classrooms, do you guys have any questions from me?
Oh, we're all set.
Okay, and what I would say, Mrs. Mullen, is, and for the other teachers, today for everybody in class, when they're done, let's just collect them. It'll be the easiest thing to do. We will collect them, and then if we can figure out a good time for them to present them, I'll just make sure I grade them before then.
Perfect.
Okay, sounds good. All right, are there any questions from any of the students in here? Yes, Parker?
Can I go up to my locker to get my marker?
Once you have chosen your word and you need to go and get those things, you can. I'm going to first have you pick your word. Okay, other questions, Jocelyn?
I forgot my book in my locker. I was going to get after special. Can I go get it right after you're done?
For a small nominal fee. Well, again, you're unprepared, so you're lacking a little responsibility here. So a lack of responsibility, you're going to earn points and lose points for respect, responsibility, integrity, outstanding work. All right, go get it. And same for Parker.
Can I go get my markers? You just have markers? Actually, no, I don't need them.
I would use markers to go over all your line work.
Actually, yeah, can I?
Yeah. Again, you're in the same boat. All right, let's go ahead right now. Again, your initial directions are on the board, guys. Once everybody has picked their word, I will scroll back down to the tips so you guys can be reminded of these. But they're on the blog, and you guys should be using the blog to get to Word Central. So all of the directions are there for you guys. You have the entire class period to work. All right, and again, when you are done, we're going to make sure our names are on the back of them, and you're actually going to physically hand them in today. If you're not done with them in class, not a big deal. You guys can hand them in tomorrow. All right, but that will be your homework, and you have enough time to get them done today. So good luck. All right, and when you have your word, come see me. Yesenia and Jolene, I'm going to go stand at the board for a minute. You guys raise your hand when you know what word that you want to do. and I'll try to pay attention to my computer screen. All right.